Hello, church. We are wrapping up the book of Genesis today. So congratulations, you've read the entire first book of the Bible. So that's great. Once again, this is kind of the foundation, the building block of everything else that comes in the Bible. And so once again, I think it's a good reminder for us to read this book at least once a year to be reminded of kind of how this once again lays the foundation for everything else that is to come. And so with that, kind of in concluding, we're going to look at prophecy and plans as our final kind of two words of the day for these two chapters. And so chapter 49 is that, it's prophecy. So here is Israel or Jacob kind of speaking a prophecy of what is going to be the future of at least his sons or their tribes as they will become, as once again they have more kids and they become the 12 tribes of Israel. And so he gives his prophecies, right, kind of from God, how their lives will unfold. But as we've seen before, there's also this parallel aspect of plans, that people, we choose to respond and make our own free will choices in how all these things play out. And so that's in chapter 50. We see kind of Joseph's brothers kind of freaking out now that Jacob is dead. Will now Joseph show them proper punishment for their sins and how they treated him? And so in the middle of kind of chapter 50 in verse 19, Joseph tells his brothers this. But Joseph said to them, "Do not be afraid, for am I in God's place? As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, in order to bring about the present result, to preserve many people alive. So therefore, do not be afraid. I will provide for you and your little ones." So he comforted them and spoke kindly to them. So once again, this distinction between God's plans and man's plans, or kind of prophecy and plans. And so Joseph is wrapping up, kind of summarizing this entire book, that look, God's plans, God's the one who's ultimately going to judge. His plans are going to prevail through prophecy. All these things are going to happen, but we have our own role to play, right? Those brothers chose to betray Joseph, but he chose to love them and to be able to forgive them. And so as we're looking through our lives, we can know that everything we're going through, God has a purpose for it, even the bad things. And how that will all play out, sometimes we don't know, right? It took Joseph a while in his life after being betrayed to see how God used those difficult circumstances to put him in a position to save thousands, yet maybe millions of lives through his personal difficult times. And so whatever trials or difficult times we are going through, we can know, look, there's going to be some other benefit. Maybe we see it this life, maybe some generational thing, but ultimately in eternity, we will see how God's plans will override any of the evils that we may face here in this world. So have encouragement, have hope. As we look, once again, the summary of this entire book is that God's plans or prophecies will prevail, will eventually come about, and we just have our opportunity to play our role in those things. So love God, be obedient to his word, so that we are in line with God's plans. All right, church, have a great day.